Go.
Okay, so now that she's groomed, I haven't done her mane or her tail. This is just a quick grooming, and I would do the mane and the tail when I had more time. I'm going to put the saddle pad on. So this is going to start up higher than I think it should go. Eventually it's going to slide down, but I want it to start up high so that when I push everything back, it smooths the hair in the direction of growth. You'll notice that the keepers here, which is where the girth goes through, and this goes around the billet straps, these are at the front, and the dirty side of the pad, or the side without the keepers, is facing down. So this is my English saddle, and you can see it's shaped so that this is the front of the saddle here with the pommel, the back is the cantle, and I'm just going to lift it up and gently place it on the horse's back. I'm going to pull the saddle pad up a little bit so that I can get my hand underneath. That's just going to give her a little bit of relief on her withers, this bony part up here. And then I'm just going to wiggle the saddle back down to where it sort of sits flat on her back. Then I take my girth, and we're going to go around to the other side of the horse. And these straps here are the keeper straps. So this I just put around one of the billet straps on the saddle. Keeps the saddle pad from sliding. And then I take the girth, put it through this bottom saddle pad keeper here, and then I'm just going to put it where I think it ought to go. And I can sort of see, there's some marks on the girth there from where it's been before on the billet straps. So these, you can look at the holes and sort of figure out where it usually goes. I might, depending how short the girth is and how tubby the horse is, I might start with the girth lower on this side, do it up on that side, and then go back round. Okay, so after I've done the girth up on the off side, I come around and I'm going to face the back again as I reach under my horse and grab the girth. Again, I'm not putting my head down here, I'm just putting my feet here just in case she steps back and into me. So now, we're around here. I'm not going to do up the keeper on this side just so that we can see this a little bit better. I'm going to put it through the saddle pad keeper at the bottom, and I'm just going to get it on the first hole. And it's the first one that's always the trickiest. Once I get that one on, the rest is easy. Then I do it the second billet strap. And depending on your saddle and how it fits your horse, you might use the first and second, or the first and third, or the last two billet straps. Again, it's all a matter of finding how it fits your horse best. And when you're using a school horse, you'll be able to tell by where the wear is on the billet straps which ones you ought to be using. So I'm just taking to the first holes for now. This girth is snug enough that I can get my hand in. I can't pull it away too far, but I am going to tighten it again when we go out in the ring, because horses tend to expand their ribs when they're being girthed up. Once they walk a little bit, then they blow out some of that air, they relax, and then the girth goes tighter. The other thing I'm going to do is just lift your front leg up like this, and the other one, just to stretch the skin out under the girth, and just that makes it a little more comfortable for her. So before I put my bridle on, I always want to get my helmet on, get my whip, get anything else that I'm going to need out of the tack room before I bridle my horse, because she's still secure in the cross ties now. So this is her bridle. This is the crown piece, the nose band, the brow band, and this is the bit. So, when I bridle my horse, Make sure to get my reins organized. Put them over her head. And there's the cat. Hello, Meryl. I'm going to undo one cross tie. And I'm going to undo her halter at the top buckle. And I'm going to drop it around her head. Now Winnie is trying to be helpful and she's trying to bridle herself, but she's not very patient. I know. So, I'm going to place my hand over her head. I'm going to lift up the noseband with one finger. And I'm going to hold the bit like this. So I'm holding it nice and straight, spreading it with my fingers, and then she just opens her mouth and takes the bit, and I'm lifting up with this hand while she does it. Okay, so if your horse doesn't open their mouth for the bit, you can stick your thumb in the side of the mouth. You can see there's no teeth right there in that gap. I can put my thumb in there quite safely, and she will open her mouth for the bit. I don't need to do that because she's already got the bit in her mouth. Now I switch hands, I drop the noseband, and I'm pointing the ear forward. So it goes in like that. And this is the nicest way to not bend the ear because it hinges right at the base here. I get the forelock all straightened out. Take the noseband and make sure that the noseband goes under the cheek pieces. This is important. This is the one that almost everyone forgets because it's on the other side of the horse. Put this side in under as well. And now the noseband does up fairly snug but not tight. So I've got, it goes through the buckle, it goes through the keeper, and then it goes through the runner here, which is this little movable loop of leather. And she's got so much hair on her chin I can't see. So I can get 1 or 2 fingers there between the noseband and I'd be able to get 2 if I didn't have padded gloves on, between the noseband and her nose. So this is here. It's not meant to cut into the flesh. It's not meant to stop them from opening their mouth. It's meant to stop them from opening their mouth too wide, because if they open their mouth all the way wide, the bit could slide through and hurt their teeth. And then I do up the throat lash, which is even looser than the noseband. Again, I've got the keeper and the runner. And here I can get 4 fingers in between the throat latch and her neck. I know you want to get going. Just going to move her back. So now that she has her bridle on, I'll undo the halter. Bring the reins over her neck. Slide this out of the way so she doesn't step on it. Grab my whip or my sword or whatever else we need, and we're ready to go.